The quicker you realize nobody's coming to save you, the faster you'll get to where you want to go. The quicker you realize there's no such thing as waiting for the perfect moment, the faster you put in the work to where you want to go. We live in this fairy tale world that sometimes we think we're special. And sometimes that doesn't play out in our favor. Yes, I believe everyone is special to a certain extent. But we believe we're more special than the next person. We believe we bring some sort of value more than the next person. Whether we do or whether we don't. Everybody thinks they're special. And you could argue that some people are special in the world, but they had to prove themselves to be special. They had to prove themselves to be. They're special to the point where they don't even say they're special. Other people say they're special. If you're self-proclaimed special, most likely you're not special. I used to be like that. I used to be self-proclaimed special and thought I was different. I was different from everybody else. I thought I stand out. But in all actuality, I'm really no different than the next person. So I had to come to the realization that nobody's coming to save me. I can't just sit and wait around and expect opportunities just to fall on my lap. Expect, it's just not going to happen. It's just not, especially if you're a man. If you're a man, it's definitely not going to happen. As a woman, you get more, it's more possible for you. I'm not saying it's going to happen to you, because it's far few in between. It rarely happens, but if it does, it's more of a chance for you that you could, just be pretty, and some rich and wealthy guy's gonna come and just, hey, let me wed you and make you my wife, and you don't have to do nothing. I'll just take care of you. It's more possible for you, but don't put all your eggs in one basket, because every woman like to think that she could get the rich man to take care of her, and they soon and sadly find out that's just not how it works. If that's how it works, every woman will be with the rich man. But that's not how it works. I'm sorry for you guys, but that's not how it works. That's you got to be extremely, extremely lucky. But anyway, as a man, you have to know that your life is in your hands to a certain extent. You control what you do with your life. You control where you go in your life. You control whether you give up or not. You control whether you keep going. You control the woman you decide to marry. Everything is mainly in your control. But obviously there are outside forces that are out of your control. The point I'm trying to make is nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's going to come and say, here's $20,000 to go open up that business. Nobody's ever going to want it as much as you want it. Nobody's ever going to care about your life as much as you care about your life. Maybe your mother. Maybe your father. But that's about it. That's about it. You have to make things happen. Unless you was fortunate enough to be born into a wealthy family, or lucky enough to be born into or accepted into a wealthy social group or social circle, it's not going to be candies and rainbows for you. It's not going to be candies and rainbows for me. You have to want it. You have to want it. And when it comes to wanting it, a lot of sacrifices come with that. A lot of sacrifices come with that. Knowing that nobody's going to save you, you have to sacrifice a lot to get where you want to go. And the quicker you realize that, you'll be so much further in life. Is at a young age, as a young man, your whole life is full of distractions. From the moment you wake up till you close your eyes, your whole life is nothing but distractions. Nothing but entertainment. Nothing but chasing pleasure. Nothing but chasing a high. Everything is a distraction. You don't really sit down and think about your life until you're about 25. That's when you really think about your life and like, okay, what do I want to do with my life? Where am I going with my life? What's the plans for my life? You don't really think about that until later on. So for the ones that do think about their life, they're like 15, 16, 17, you're an anomaly, because it doesn't have, unless you have some type of strong figure in your life, some type of strong guidance in your life, you're going to make a lot of mistakes. You're going to bump your head a lot along the way. And when you're getting started in life, you have to just do it. You can't wait on the perfect moment. I have this one, we're not really friends anymore, but I know this one guy that he would tell me his goals and his passions and his pursuits, and that's all good. But then he would tell me that he's waiting until this happens before he could do it, or he's waiting until he buys this before he could do it, or he's waiting until this. He's waiting until a moment that's never gonna come. And I will always tell him, bro, just start. Just start. You don't need the perfect equipment. You don't need the perfect this, the perfect that. The perfect equipment doesn't equal success. The most people you see who are successful, they started out with just this, what I'm using right now, a phone. Nothing else but a phone. Then they work their way up. You have to start somewhere. You don't need the best 4K quality, 1080 pixel, high definition, 8K. You don't need all of that. If you don't need all of that, if you got 480p and that's all you can work with, then work with 480p. You know, make your own aesthetic. Do your own style. You don't need a fucking TV production. You don't need a team. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. You just nobody's coming to save you, man or woman. Nobody's coming to save you. Keep that in your mind. Once you know that, if I had that in my mind if somebody just drilled that into my mind that nobody's coming to save me when I was like in my teenage years, or if I had the guidance to focus more on my life, I'd have been so much further ahead. That's why I'm using this chance because I do got some younger people that are watching me, maybe, I don't know, you may like 17, 18, that, bro, start now. Start now and start with the little you have. That's all you need. What you have is all you need. You don't need nothing more than what you have right now. Start now and build yourself up. Work on you. Work on your speaking skills. Work on your confidence. Work on whatever you need to work on. Whatever you need to do, work on that. You know you more than I know you. You know you better than I know you. So you know what you need to work on. You know what you need to fix. You know where you lack at, and you know where you can improve at. So yeah, like we have to start. You have to start somewhere. You have to start somewhere. And I wish I could tell you that, you know, if you wait around for the perfect moment, you know, somebody is just gonna come knocking on your door and say, hey, so and so, I was sent here by the universe, some unknown force in the world that told me to knock on his door and give you $10,000 And so you could do whatever you want to do to start and push your life forward. In a perfect world, I wish that if that would have happened to me, I would have been so happy. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not even being a hater just because it didn't happen to me, saying it won't happen to you. I'm literally telling you that if that could have happened to me, I wish it could happen to all of us. But that's just not how the world works. The world is selfish. The world is selfish. The world is gimme, 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 take, take, take. So you have to go into this world and gimme, 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 take, take, take. Because nobody's giving, giving, giving. Nobody's giving you shit. Nobody's giving you shit. And that's not a bad thing. I'm not making this video to make it sound like it's a bad thing. That's a good thing. I want you to know that now. That's a good thing. The faster you know that, the better. Is when you learn this later on in life is where you fuck up. That's where you mess up. The faster you know it, the better. See, I take full accountability for where I'm at in life. All the choices I made in my life, which where I'm at right now, is the choices I've made and the choices I've decided to make. But I do wish I did have some guidance, where I had some type of mentor in my corner who knew the game of life and been through the game of life, and who could teach me a thing or two, and I didn't have to bump my head as much. I do wish that. But everything I've done in life is strictly upon me and my accountability. I don't blame nobody for nothing. I don't blame nobody for nothing. But with all that being said, do the best you can. Slow progress is better than no progress. Do the best you can, and everything will work out. And that's my message for you today. Thank you.